And we are live right now. Good morning, David. Have a great show.
Good morning from Australia, and I'm a little bit sleepy today. I don't have high energy levels. I've got the painting, and I tend to find with painting, sometimes I'm up a bit late painting, and it does affect my sleep. I'm a little bit. I think I get into a bit of an artist paradigm, which isn't necessarily the most healthy or balanced. So I'm sort of navigating through different energies and juggling and moving from paradigm to paradigm shifting. So I've got the art exhibition next week. So I'm working on a final painting, which is going to be a self-portrait, and that's kind of the climax of the exhibition. It's like for me, it's like and so it's quite big. So that's quite challenging to do a big portrait. So my face is about that size, a very big face, and I'm just sort of going for it. And so whether it's finished or not, I just have to. In a week, it just has to be finished. So whatever, I could possibly come back to it in the future. So when is a painting finished? It's finished when you say it's finished, and sometimes that, for me, that seems to change. I paint something and then I think it's finished, and then I look back at it in 6 months, a year, sometimes even years have gone by, and then I need to come back and fix things. And maybe it's just that there's some breakdown or some dust that gets in the painting, so there can be a bit of damage. So there's an evolution, there's a flow, there's a state of being of a painting. It's never quite finished. It's always have something to work on. So it's much like life. It's only over when we say it's over. And I was talking last week a little bit about ascension and having an ascended viewpoint, which I think is an important and navigating between the different worlds, which seems to be what I'm doing quite a lot of, working on different energies and talking about topics that perhaps move us up. So we big picture, move upwards, perhaps move into a cosmic perspective, and then move down into this practical earth reality, which is right here, right now. Perhaps that's paying taxes, getting new tires for your car, paying your car registration or insurance or things like that. It has a different nature, different quality. It doesn't mean it's wrong or right. It just is. And so I feel like we are navigating through different worlds, and as human beings, that is what we do. We may not be aware of it, but there is a cosmic soul within us. There is this state, a spiritual state of which may be bliss, equanimity, peace. Those qualities of our soul are there, and we don't need to pull them in from somewhere, because they're right within. We just need to recognize them, see them, perhaps harmonize with them, and recognize that is who we are at the deepest level. But on a practical level, here we are, we're in a human body. So that's what I always find interesting. This human body has its own requirements, its own needs, its wants, its desires. It may not like what you want to give it. So follow your body as well. Your body has a primacy, has an importance. Be reverent towards your body. That's really important. And I forgot to read the chats. Welcome everyone. So Kaza White, welcome from Scotland, and Stu from Florida. It's great to see Stu. Stu was in the meditation on Sunday, which I think is very early on Sunday morning. So I'm offering this meditation class. So if you do want to join in the meditation, just message me and I'll send you the link. So I was thinking about how different spiritual traditions often coincide or they parallel each other. They have similar viewpoints, just a different way of saying it, different words for lots of different languages on the planet. And there's an idea in Chinese classical tradition of polarity, yin yang, and pretty much everything in the universe is seen from a yin yang perspective. And it's very much macro and micro. So macro, you may say the sun is a yang energy, but within our bodies, there's all sorts of yin and yang. So it's not that I'm embodying a masculine energy. There's within me, there's feminine and masculine, and the same whether you're in a male body or female body. There are different polarities within your body, yin yang, the polarity. So really that is how this world is constructed, and we can get caught up with labeling, and then there's a lot of people who I don't know if it's 1% of the population or whatever that are intersex and that are within this gender neutrality sometimes. So that's just part of this perspective, that there's a lot of there's yin and yang, and wherever you fit in, or whether you don't fit in, you still have the yin and yang. You still have the masculine and feminine. So that's what we're here to deal with. So when you reject whether it's a masculine or feminine energy, you're rejecting that within yourself. So always look at the shadow side as well as what's reflected within. So if I'm sitting critical of something, I'm really rejecting that part of myself that expresses that. And it's the same with good and bad, the good and bad polarity, because each of us have good and bad within us. And we may have rejected the bad and said, oh, I'm really good. But it's still there. It's still there. It may have been repressed or shut down or ignored. But you'll get those emotions coming up. You'll get anger coming up. We're naturally designed to respond with anger often as a self-defense mechanism to bring us that fire energy. So if there's a tiger outside, or a leopard, or whatever it is, what am I thinking of? Can't remember. A bear. That's what I'm thinking of. There are energies that can help us survive. There are energies that can perpetuate our species, and so that's where anger can be useful. If you on the front lines and you protesting against the Vietnam War, that's a good example. Protesting against the Vietnam War, and you have no anger, then you're going to be very very loving and kind, which is very beautiful. But what I'm saying is there's a certain active, fiery type energy within anger, and that can be useful in our lives. Sometimes it's useful to stand up for ourselves, to defend ourselves. This is the boundary. This is where it stops. This is where abuse ends. This is where I draw the line. And sometimes it's useful to get angry and to stand up for what's virtuous, what's right, what's good. So we can be angry and still have virtue, and use that energy in a positive, productive way. But ultimately, everything we work with is yin yang. It's polarity, and we can label things or not label them. Life experience is happening, and everything in our life is happening. It's just a happening, and then we come along and say, this is right, this is wrong, this is bad, this is good, this is whatever it is. We come along with those labels. So it's helpful to stand back and take an equanimity, take a perspective of equanimity where one is balanced. And Buddhism is all about finding that center point. We pivot left, we pivot right, and then we find the balance. So it's a constant challenge to get into balance with every aspect of our life, because I'm spending time painting, and then I have this deadline now where that painting needs to be finished. So I'm pushing towards a destination, towards a goal. So that's pulling me down a certain path. So to remain balanced within that's when it gets really challenging, and that's where it becomes a real, the real yogi. The real yogi is finding that central point, finding that balance. The yogi. That's when you're in the midst of challenges. That's when it really comes out, and these qualities can manifest in a productive way. So I'm happy to see Kaza. How is the yin yang going for you today? How is life experience treating you? Remember, the experiences are just happenings, and we can work with our mind through meditation, through yoga, through qigong, other practices that bring balance to our energy system and help us stay in that balanced way, which is really beautiful. We always have a personal attraction point where we are attracting things into our life, into our world. And the more self-development, the more self-work we do to create a bubble of equanimity, a bubble of peace, a bubble of kindness around us, the more we enhance the field. We enhance the vibration of the collective, help the planet as a whole. So we all have disowned aspects of ourselves that we reject, and that's often manifests as a loss of power. So it's helpful to own all that we are, own the collective energy of humanity as yourself, and realize that so much of it is within you. All of it's within you. And so where am I losing my energy? You could ask yourself, where have I thought something is something, because thinking makes it so. Perception of something is very, very powerful. How are you perceiving this situation? So it may be happening, but what's your perception of it? And would it be useful to change your perception? So Kelsey Jade Deckening, that's a cool name, Kelsey Jade. So welcome here, Kelsey. Where are you coming from? We usually do a bit of a talk and read the comments and see what's happening, and some meditation and some reading. So do let me know if you would like a spiritual reading today. So, I mean, it's important to think of, consider how your life is and say, how did I create this? It's like taking personal responsibility for everything in your life. It's like, I own this, taking ownership of it. That's really helpful. And then you could ask the question, why did I create that? Why did I create this? So Kelsey Jade would love a reading. Where are you, Kelsey? Canada. Is that Canada? That looks like Canada. So welcome to Canadian Kelsey, and it's great to have you here, Kelsey Jade. It sounds like a pop artist, like a musician, that Kelsey Jade, So maybe you're going to be on the front line, Kelsey. Maybe you're going to be on the stage. That's the word I was looking for. Maybe you're going to be on the stage, Kelsey Jade, with that beautiful name. And the wonderful country of Canada, which is very big. And thank you, Kelsey. So what are the lessons that I came to learn? What are the gifts that I came to express? What can I learn from this experience that I'm having? So instead of just being the person in the experience, having that experience, stand outside of it, be able to look at yourself and go, well, who's the person perceiving that? And we have this ability of reflection of human beings, of seeing ourselves from a distance, seeing ourselves up close, but also being within the experience. So we can watch the movie of our life from standing back and go, oh, I'm just going to watch David doing this. I'm just going to watch and see what he's doing. And how is his energy? What's he expressing? What's within him? Who is this person being? And what are the lessons he's here to learn? And the things that's happened in his life, he's not the victim of those things. He's here to learn. He's here to grow from those. He's here to lift off. Those were pivot points. Those were pushing him forward. And sometimes those experiences may have had a fiery feel to them. I'm speaking from my own personal experience. There was fire, and maybe that fire propelled me forward and propels me forward. And having a bit of fire gives you the gusto, the passion to go out and express yourself through music, through paint, through dance, through all these things. So let's not suppress our energies. Let's let them flow. Let's let them go. Express yourself. And not to say that we don't have any boundaries on that, because express yourself by all means, as long as it doesn't hurt other people. So that's the only guideline, that other people are protected, and don't destroy the earth, don't destroy the planet, because our planet is here to nurture us. It's part of our reality, and we're co-creating this reality, and we are in this beautiful place to nurture nature, to be part of nature, to swim with nature, not to suppress, kill, or push nature down, or fight with nature. And Paula says, "We're so happy caught you live." So welcome, Paula, Marie, and Paula. We've had Paula before. I think you're in Texas, Paula, but I could be completely wrong. So that's great. Let me know what you think, what's happening in your life. If you see some complexity, if you see patterns, if you want to explore more, perhaps their memories trigger deep inside of you. Like Paula is from South Dakota. So I remember now, it's like a memory deep inside of me gets triggered. And there's so much of life that's reminding us a part of who we are. It keeps reminding us, knocking on our door and saying, this is who you are. You're more than that. You're more than that. There's more you can be. There's more you can do. There's more you can feel. There's more. There's a field of consciousness. The whole universe is filled with this field of consciousness, and you're part of that consciousness. And consciousness becomes self-conscious, self-aware. And that's when we say, what's happening in my life? Why have I created this? Why have I taken this pathway? What are the lessons? What are the opportunities? So the beliefs we carry are really significant, because we can believe this is for my good. This is helping me. This is pushing me forward. Or we can believe I'm a victim. This is bad. Beliefs are very powerful, extremely powerful. We can believe immense falsehoods and make those real. We can believe all sorts of things. And I'm just getting some tea. So remember that the earth is cooperative, nature's cooperative, and remember that in all aspects of your life, respecting yourself, respecting the earth, respecting others, and realizing that we're always in a relationship with something. We're in a relationship with trees, with plants, with animals, with other human beings. And some of those relationships are unseen. We may put out the garbage bin, and someone comes and collects it. So there's a relationship there where we're not directly involved. And so much of our life, we send out a postcard and go to the mail, and that gets delivered. There's things that go on. There's this cascade of events that are happening all around us. And this welcome, Karen Fisher. I love your name. So I do certain names. I just love the sound of them, the vibration of those names. So Karen Fisher, that's a cool name. And I think it's one of the mysteries of this planet. We have so many mysteries, and what our names means, how we were named, how that name was brought forth, and how it expresses something of our energy. Why was that name chosen? And looking at the meaning of names is really interesting. There's also the numerology of that name. So each name has a numerology. It has a number value, a number meaning. And that's also another dimension, another interesting dimension, that those energies are sending forth. They're broadcasting into the universe, just as we broadcast with our voice. We broadcast into the universe. Say, this is who I am. This is just like a bird is singing. It's calling things into our life. It's calling things into our world. And this is a type of spiritual brilliance that we have, that we can manufacture the sounds that come from our body. We can express our consciousness through our voice. And just the sound of our voice is expressing our consciousness. That we can manipulate sounds and create language. So language is something that's very much human, very much human. And we have another South Dakotan. This is really exciting. And I've never been to South Dakota, so this is really cool. Jody from South Dakota. And wow, I don't have much of an image of South Dakota. I don't know too much about it. I think it's somewhere in the middle of America. But it must be south. So I think there's a North Dakota. So it must be south of something. It says south, so there must be a north. So South Dakota, and that's maybe a mystery. What's South Dakota like? All the president heads or in Rapid City, South Dakota. I don't know what that means, Paula. But anyways, South Dakota. So we have these two wonderful people, and I wonder if you two know each other. Probably, maybe that's interesting how you both came on the show from South Dakota. Although Paula Marie, I know you've been here a couple times, so welcome back, Jody. I haven't seen you before. So, and Karen, where are you from? And do you have any response to anything I said? Does it trigger some kind of cellular memory? Do you disagree with me? And what beliefs have I invested in? So Paula is connected to Jody. Amanda, Jockish, welcome. Where are you, Amanda? So we have all these. Yeah, I think I recognize you. So Amanda's in Illinois. So we are traveling through the states. We are moving around, and I'm excited. I'm going to look at a map and find Illinois and find South Dakota. Because it's such a different world from Australia along the Great Barrier Reef where I am. We have a long beach. It's called 4 Mile Beach, and we have lots of turtles and dolphins and crocodiles and all sorts of weird and wonderful creatures. It's very lively out here. And I guess, in parts of America, you also have subtropical or tropical weather. Here it's tropical, so there's a real liveliness about the tropics. You get those tropical storms, and it's like crazy rain. The sky opens up. Karen is from California Dreaming. So I've been to California a few times, I think about 3 times. So I'm more familiar with California. Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco. So we're gonna do a bit of meditation for a couple of minutes. It won't be long, and then we'll do a couple of readings. So let me know if you do want a reading in the comment section. I may just be picking a card because of time. I'm quite busy with the paintings, but you can always feel free to contact me offline. At the different channels on YouTube and Facebook. You can send me a message. I'm also on Instagram. Erica Burt, you're from Michigan, the shores. So we're getting a real exploration of the States and North America. Alberta, Canada, what a beautiful place. Alberta, Canada. And Kelsey, so Kelsey, we'll start with you. I'm just going to do a bit of meditation just to set the tone, because this is a spiritual show, or at least a mindfulness show, that we always enhance our state of consciousness and raise our awareness up. So raising the vibration that we hold is always really helpful and important. And the goal of this show, to bring ourselves into cosmic energy, the cosmic realm. Of course, we do want to come back into these human bodies and express ourselves in the practical world as well. There's something called spiritual bypassing, where people sort of go up and they don't come down. So there is always a polarity, so you can just be up there and then you'll be floating and you won't be able to function in the earth realm, and often that isn't a good thing to do. So we need to always come back and be in balance. As I was saying, that's the ultimate balance. So coming back into your body, when you're ready, starting to move your shoulders and release stress. We hold stress without really being consciously aware of that stress. It's just something we're holding on to. And so it takes a bit of practice to release that. Perhaps stretching out your body. There's no wrong or right. Just explore your physicality and explore your body in a new way, perhaps releasing tension, releasing stress, and taking a couple of deep breaths. And as you release stress from your body, it becomes easier to calm the mind. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Activating self-awareness, being aware of yourself, your body, your breath, and your mind. Enjoying this state of tranquility, this state of peacefulness, as you take a moment out of your life to become present, to become aware. Remember, there is no right and wrong. You are consciousness experiencing itself. Just breathing. Breathing in and being still. Breathing out and letting go, relaxing. allowing the breath to harmonize with your consciousness. And in this state of equanimity, of just being aware of your breath, starting to accept all aspects of your life, all parts of you, all parts of your body, all parts of your mind, all parts of your experience. I know there were hard moments. I know there were difficulties. I know there was pain and suffering. All that you experienced can be transcended through making peace with it, accepting all of it, accepting everything without any resistance, almost like liquid, allowing it to flow through your being and accepting it like you would drink some water, naturally integrating it into your being, into your system, effortlessly, naturally. It helps when we activate the qualities of forgiveness of ourselves for making choices, forgiveness of others for what they have been and what they have done, forgiveness of all involved. Just breathing forgiveness. Accepting all that was, all that is, and all that will be. Breathing in acceptance. And when you breathe in acceptance, accepting all that is part of your life and all that was part of your background, part of your history, all that happened to you, all that you experienced in the past. Accepting all of it. And allowing any physical resistance in your body to be released. Any tension or stress that you're holding, let it go. Let it go. Allowing all parts of you to be in a state of acceptance. Just for a few moments, enjoying this acceptance. Becoming still again as the qualities of acceptance become integrated to every breath you take. Perhaps your breath has become deeper. Enjoying. And we're going to come back into our bodies, stretching ourselves out, and coming out of this meditative state in whatever way is suitable, whatever way works for you, perhaps moving your hands, moving your feet, feeling your energies come back into physical embodiment. Sharing the light that you are. And coming back, welcome back everyone. And I hope you enjoyed meditation. Making sure to bring yourself fully back into physical embodiment, into this beautiful world around us. And we're going to do some reading. So Kelsey Jade, we're going to do Kelsey Jade. Kelsey Jade, all the way from Alberta, Canada. So welcome, Kelsey. And I'm going to pick from the Light Oracle cards for you, Kelsey. This is these are very elevated cards. I like them. They bring out some energy. And this card is telling me that it's time to express yourself in the world. It's time to come out of the closet, as it were, to bring it all out there. You've got a real creative quality in your soul, and it's time to express that. A lot of us have resisted that because of past experiences, things that happened in our life where we were pushed down. We all have collective memories of trauma. That's everyone has some collective memory of trauma, because the trauma was so severe on this planet that it's there. And it doesn't have to be in your life, but it can be. Usually there was some event in your life that also activated that kind of energy of playing small, of being hidden away. So this is telling me it's time to share your voice, Kelsey. Express yourself in the world and really come out more. I know that there's a fear of being judged. Just do it as if no one's watching, as if there's no one there. Because there's a lot of thinking going on. There's different possibilities opening up for you. I'm seeing some walls that are closed around you, so it feels a bit boxed in for you at the moment energetically. So really sort of step out of that paradigm, that thought form, because it does feel a bit constrained around you, according to these cards, Kelsey. And it feels like financially things are really reined in, actually. It's like, oh, I can't breathe. There are possibilities, so keep your mind open, keep your heart open. Really, it just feels like you need to be expressing yourself. You need to come out of the stuck habits, make new healthy choices for yourself. So really focus on making healthy choices, and new opportunities are coming in. It just requires you to step through the cobwebs to come out of this. It does seem like there's a lot of thoughtfulness, a lot of thinking, and there's definitely a male figure around who's going to be he's going to be influential. It just feels like he's quite accomplished. Feels like he's quite accomplished. Really positive for you to come out of the cave, to relinquish the hold of that, and really look at it from a deeper perspective. What are you holding on to? What are you holding back? What's your fear around this? And work through that fear. Don't let the fear hold you back. But also work through it. So, because I feel like you're gonna be able to release that fear and share your voice, It's going to come out, and you're going to be able to share your inner truth, which longs to be expressed. So this is something quite ancient for you, and it can be really, truly life-changing, Kelsey. So good luck with that, and great to see you, Kelsey. And all the way from Alberta, Canada. So who was next? Let me just check. I think Jody Water. She was wanting a message. Jody Water. So just clearing the energies and connecting to Jody Water. And Jody's also in South Dakota. So welcome, Jody, from South Dakota. It's probably, I don't know if it's late at night in South Dakota. I have no idea what time it is for you guys over there. But welcome to the show, Jody. And let's just see what Spirit has to say, if there's any kind of message. Okay, we've got also a lot of thinking going on. All right, so very interesting cards for you, Jody. There's definitely and another card just popped out. Let me just have a look at that. Okay. So there's definitely a state in your soul of kind of keeping things quite constrained. I would say you're dimming your light to fit in with others. So there's a dimming going on. And this card is telling me call in others, call in your soul family, call in your soul tribe. You don't have to do it all alone, Jody. Start to ask for help, ask for assistance, and the assistance will come. You will get help from others. It really requires you to step out of your sort of comfort zone and reach out to others. And also with you, there's a need to creatively express yourself. So there's a real calling. It's saying you express yourself. You can call in Archangel Ariel, and she's an angel of orange light, and she promotes creativity. So there's a beautiful orange light you can bring into your field, and it's allowing you to be more creative, reaching into self-expression, and allow a more creative approach. Open yourself up to emotional intimacy, nurture yourself, and receive the love from others. So this is a really interesting card. Self-nurture is really strong here. There is some potential here for personal power to come out, and it's asking you for passion, it's asking you for action. So all of these things go together: the creativity, the passion, and the action. And with the right intention, that creates a powerful vortex of energy, of light that can make a change in your life and for others. So there is a real sort of almost like a magician energy around you, that it's directing you to claim your power, claim your energy, claim your destiny, and work through this state of stasis, this holding back, not saying what you think and feel, overthinking things, just to cut right through that, and let your clarity rise up, let your wisdom shine up, allow yourself to blossom. This is a big invitation at the moment. It's saying you're being called to something higher, you're being called to express yourself and flow the energies. And so thank you so much, Jody, and welcome. Amanda Jokish from Illinois. So Amanda, welcome back. Welcome back. Just looking to see if I missed any comments. So welcome back, Amanda. And yeah, it's great to have you back on the show, Amanda. And I hope everything's been going well for you. And it's kind of getting to be autumn now, perhaps, almost autumn. So I hope everything's good in Illinois. But let's clear your energy and just pick a card for Amanda. And this is an initiation card, so that's really interesting. It's calling you to go somewhere sacred. It's saying you need to get out of your environment and visit a sacred place. And that's going to activate a new awareness and give you new insights about your life, give you a new perspective. Just going to pick another card for you, Amanda. This is a very high energy coming in, Archangel Uriel, and you can call on Archangel Uriel to overcome any anxiety that you're feeling, because Archangel Uriel has a very high vibration. I'm seeing a very much a violet energy. But there are things circling around in your life. It feels like you need to walk away from something. It feels like you need to take a trip, because there's a lot of anxious energy around you. And to transcend that, call in Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is a very spiritual being, very, very spiritual. And that will allow you to have a lot more peace in your life, and more intention and intuition and inspiration as well. So Archangel Uriel is a beautiful crystalline being, and really connect with that energy. It's also being called the fire of God. So there's a brilliant crystal crown, very much a higher crown chakra energy up here in the spiritual realm, and that will help you connect to the divine and create a powerful connection to the divine through the seventh energy center in the yogic tradition, and very much allow you to bring more free-flowing wisdom from spirit, to bring that into greater awareness, bring for guidance for your higher awareness. Allow your mind to quieten, and just that channel is going to come through. So there's a real spiritual energy coming through Archangel Uriel, and now's the time to get connected, to get this spirit connection. You may even be opening the Akashic records, which store the information, to bring that information through, stepping away and going on an initiation. So very interesting cards for you, Amanda, and good luck with everything. Let me know how it goes, and lots of love to you. So we're going to finish off there. It's just wonderful to have all these beautiful people, and you can always say hi on my Instagram. I've been going back on Instagram because I was off Instagram for a while and sharing my artwork a little bit. So come say hi. Lots of love to you all. Be peace. Be the peace that you seek in the world, and have a beautiful week. See you next week. Yeah, see you next week. Thank you, everyone.